The book is titled Christianity as a Community and Christian Communities. Let us say first a word on this. Christianity as a community. What we state is very simple. If you take the letters of Paul, you will see that after disclosing the mystery, besides the letters to the Corinthians, which deal with mystery as different problems, there comes a part at the end that is a part of an exhortation to that community or communities to which such letter is addressed. Well, on this exhortative part, what Paul states is that horizontal and mutual relations must be always fostered. That we must take for granted that we pursue the church when we get along mutually in our faith, in our brotherly love, and on the different aspects of Christian life. In terms of Matthew, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am in the midst of them. What does "in the midst of them" mean? It does not mean a geographical place or that people gather in circle and he is in the middle of the circle. What it means is that Jesus is among us. That is to say, that if among us there is nothing, for example, I go to church and I am next to someone, and there is nothing between or among us. We're just next to each other only because we concur on the same place at the same time, but each one looks after his own business. There is no church in there. Jesus is not present in there. Jesus is present when, as Paul states, we love each other, teach each other, hold company to each other, serve each other, support each other, and build each other. When such mutual relations come about, Christian communion comes about. This is the first communion, the first church community, the one that builds the church. In this communion, we are all Christians. So we all give and we all receive. We are all agents and we are all patients. We all help each other. Then there comes the second communion, which is the communion of hierarchs with the people and the communion of the people with the hierarchs. Unfortunately, as the rest of the Christianity system, we only understand as communion only the second part, the community of the rest of the people of God with that part that is the people of God, which is the hierarchy. But that is not the first community the church built. There is no church if there is only such communion. The one the church is nurtured with is the one we all get along together and mutually. Now, how are we going to get along with each other if we do not have relationships? We must have relationships. Well, that is what communities are all about. That can be achieved in very different ways, but there have to be day-by-day relationships, regular relationships. And through these relationships, the church is built on. It is then when the church turns into the mountain that sheds light. It is then when one can say, look how Christians love each other. It is then when our good work can be seen for the glory of the Father in heaven. It is then when people feel encouraged to live in such a manner, for the Christian community is not a closed community. It is open and irradiates. and he has as brothers and sisters all the sons and daughters of God.